for all of your help.
Yeah, no problem, man. You're good. We've all been there at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Any direction. Want to go in this direction?
And even then, like, it'll just kind of sit there. We're just pulling because you thought it was growing. Yeah. Then you got my leg. I appreciate it very much.
Where do you want to be?
I was going down.
It was.
Like, you're taking most of my stuff,
She hit you in the leg or she hit in the hip?
Thank you for that second shot.
so. Yeah, it was hit me. So you killed me right away with that.
Yeah, so his return shot didn't count.
What?
His return shot didn't count. He was already dead.
Yeah. Any words of
Nobody likes a fluffy baguette.
Whatever your guard. Assume that this is your
Like he has to run at you. It's effectively a minor single touch that time. He's going to use some of the touches, probably sweeping because
stick out your blade as far as you can.
grab your. So from his standpoint, he wants to bait you into it.
Feel the added
Something that
pressure.
you can easily sweep aside so you can come in and do it back. What you want to do is you want to lie about what you're doing. You want to give him a look. And if he's trying to make you work on it, then look like you're going to take that area. And then maybe half. It looks like it's a real shot, but you're only going maybe halfway, and then you're more in.
I'm in my guard.
Example is that bait you through. Yeah.
Yep. Those were good. I do that a lot with spear where either I'll start here and roll it high or go there.
Let's say
Get them to like, give them a look and chase it. And it works really, really well. Now, when
first we're in our guard position. Do you see what's covered?
somebody steps.
On me. See
So,
the coverage?
if we're out here,
Here's 1 foot that way. You see all the holes that just opened
so
up?
it's
So
so we're here like this, right?
small.
Is this easier or harder for you?
As you move, easier for that shot. So when your guard is up,
Sure. But what are you going to do to stop?
I'm here. So here, maybe I can get in there, especially if I can catch your sword. So it's a little bit of a peripheral step to the side. It is sweeter than that.
This is definitely
And then there's
going to
another
be more of a bait
aspect of
to make
this.
you want to charge it. This up here,
All right, get in your guard.
This is
Watch
easy.
me move.
this is
What
less
do you do when I move?
because the angle you have to
All right,
intercept
now
at-
imagine
Down by my hand, or I have to
throwing a whole bunch of shit at you. I'm trying to show you small
doing this,
movements make a difference.
Right, because if you do that,
If I
you
shoot
don't
across like
push
this,
down. The weak spot's right
what
here.
if I do the same thing? Ready, go.
So if he tries to do that sweeper block on me, I just push like this. I just keep
Dragging
both hands.
shot
This hand
from
becomes a
behind.
brace against the push he's doing,
If I can
and this
get
one's
you
the
to
drop.
bite on that strong, whatever,
And it'll just be a
I'll
little
throw
bit harder
here.
for him to get away from me. If he's standing out here like this, like he is
So
right
what
now,
you're
the weak
asking
point
me is
right
what
there.
can I do about shield work?
Because it's right over
First
the
thing
back.
is you have to decide what you
That's a hard place. You can try
shield
to work at it, but again,
predominantly. Am I a punch blocker?
It rotates like that.
Am I a whatever blocker?
It's hard.
Always alternate between stick and sword.
So
that you
this
have
underneath
your
is much like when you
pattern,
fight
pattern your
They have a hard time with it because they
technique.
can't reach you. They know they can't reach you.
Watch
So they
the
have to diverse it.
hand.
This, especially if you can do
Because
it
it's the hand that's the driver of where the
because he
blade's
can't
going
reach
to go.
it. He has to do something really stupid to do it. And if he does that,
Wise,
like if he reaches way down here like this, coming forward is a really hard thing to do. You can even just do that if you want, but you could just as easily just catch it. Just don't throw over on this side, you want to throw here. Because this is the part where it isn't moving.
You know, I'm just saying.
I think maybe tomorrow someone else wanted to fight you. Dropping him if I think he would be
Okay.
with them.
So,
But thank you
you
very
probably
much.
played the game, so you don't probably know how to reply.
Right. There's a crap ton in that game. Which is really, I think, the biggest key I can give you is thinking about getting outside of this. You need to be outside of this.
And if you just
This
want
is
to
my
keep
bread
people
and
range
butter.
while you size up like
You want me and your
and
bread
you're
and
not
butter.
sure, this will keep
And you
someone
need
away.
to realize
This
you
will really
retreat
because this gets to be
Without
really
actually
uncomfortable.
going straight
And I am
backwards.
not flexible. I don't bend
And
well
you
at the
need
knees
to
or anything.
realize that
Power.
this,
You should be able to get
the
right
hand
about-
with the sword, the hand with the sword is what's going to
Try not
kill
to
you,
get into the groin.
not
You
the
want to be
sword.
about belt high, roughly. Belly
Because
button.
you can block, try and block some shot with the sword, like going and I'll show you quickly.
So they'll have a hard time with it. So if you keep it kind of low,
So I throw a
this is really
droppy
threatening.
shot like this,
is
and
a
if
little less.
you're out in the middle of doing something,
This definitely.
and you can't get that
This
shield
gives them
up,
too much.
well, that killed you.
This is begging
You know
them to
what?
attack.
That hand
So,
did it.
but you
So
can
if
use
you
it, right? All these
attack
things
towards that hand,
And great weapons,
You know,
their biggest
then I
strength is
can't
setting up
get it.
triggers.
all right, enough. Iterated,
Look,
reiterated,
I've done this thing, and I will get it. Look, thank you. Bam.
So now we'll
So the other one is, you know what a surgeon is, or
get some water.
The C cut.
so yeah, if you're out here like this, right? Especially when these guys are hard. You can do that. But you'll notice how they kind of caught, right? So what you can do about that, you start here, and you step off the side, just one step, and it gives you a deeper angle. Sorry, I don't get that one.
You did that when we won the Woods Battle. You did that to me. That feint.
Is she
It's a
authorized
very
in
effective
gingerbread
feint, because
man?
it feels like I missed, and so you want to come forward until it hits you.
It's almost the
I didn't realize that was
It's
one of the
almost- you're
authorizations.
almost
Gingerbread
thrusting
man.
two maneuvers.
It's confusing for people, but it's a trick shot. Once you've seen it, the only thing you have to do, try to just come straight at me. Or come over here. The answer from the sword and shield side, and kind of from yours too, is so I set up here, right?
Yeah.
If I go here and you chase it, even that's not great. And I'm closer than I should be a little bit out of range. So I'll reach for you here, and like this, and come around. And if I step off of it, I get a deeper angle. The answer, keep your guard up and just walk in. So when it goes by your eyes, wait for that to come. When this goes by your eyes the first time, keep your guard where it is and just come in.
Your shield drops to follow it. Just keep it. Just don't move it. Just
Yeah, you don't want to drop your shield because there's tricks to make me be able to hit you, right? So, right? You just got to keep it up and keep that up.
you gotta trust that your shield is gonna defend that.
The trick is most of us will step offline with that, so it gives a different angle. So if you blind yourself too much, then that becomes a side back of your head. Right. So from your standpoint as a polearm fighter, you want to start that shot. If they bite on it, rip it back. If you start on it and they clearly aren't doing it, throw it, but step off and then pull up and then smash them in the head. That usually goes pretty well. And you can kind of do it with faster swords. It's harder. So I think, and I should have paid more attention. I think I'm doing a good job with your hands running a little bit. So what you really want to do, give a bunch of even. It's not your fault, so I'll give you credit. You can not tell me. They're double. So I'm not even close. It basically, if you're out here like this, if you do this, this gives you some control. You can feel what they're doing a bit, where they want to go, how strong they are. It does that. But if he's here like this, he wants to slide up that weapon some to get more control, which you should be familiar with also. Like the different points on the blade where you have strong control versus weak control, right? Yep. So we don't really have the edges, right? So you can't use the edge, false edge stuff too much here. But the control points on the blade where it's strong and weak are still there. And there's a difference in two-hand versus one. But if he's here, somewhat less leverage, right? I can move him around. But when he gets to here, now we have a problem. So now here, he's going to want to wind through this. So I want to do this. And notice how this arm is here. This is to stop him from getting outside.
How does that translate to
Go up in the same place where. So he's going to push up and wind, right? You're going to slide in here.
I'm still older than you,
Put
boy.
that elbow behind you. For you, it would be underneath. We're not playing this push that up on it. Now, push it here. Push that way with your weapon. Sorry. It'll be basically like this. So you're here like this. Back. Except again, I'm trying to be short, and I'm not doing that well. I fell a bit on that one, so that was harder. Nope, you're falling away. Push into it.
Stick close, stick close.
Got the weapon. Sort of. You just went too fast. So you're up underneath him here, right? This, the right foot, right here. So you have 3 feet long. You've got 2 feet at once. This is your pivot, right? So when you push up here, nope, too soon. It's up here, right? Push. Right? So you're just going to pick that backhand up and smack. As you're pivoting. Backhand.
Essentially, what we've done is we go from here. I'm going to try to do this, and that's where you go underneath and just lift.
Okay, bring up your left hand. There you go. So it's more like a torch. Right? So, I'm not going to move your arm. It's going to be this. If I throw this shot, it can work sometimes, but if I throw that shot, it's going to work. Now, the other thing here, what's the secondary thing? Everything you have to do is do one thing. Attack and defense. It just goes down. So if I go here, and he doesn't hit me, so he tries to throw a shot back. And right here, I can keep it up here, his body weight's back, right? His head's back.
I'm very off balance.
Right, and he's going to want to go somewhere. So you don't have to do anything hard.
Now, would you say that's effective for someone?
It can be. For you, it would just be this. You would just push through. Yep.
I was just checking.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure if it was behind me.
And that's where you might be able to try a body cut, but that's a sellout. If you miss it, sellouts are things where you do them, and if you miss it, you get it. If you do it right, it's fine. So if I'm here like this and I push him back and you start doing it right, that might be the option. Your weight has to come forward. The important thing always. So if I just go up and go with foot, I'm just going to use my arm, right? Just a little bit of a snap. So I get him here, I push him up, I sit there, boom, like that, right? Not particularly. If I'm here like this and I get up to here, and notice where my hands. I'm sorry. I apologize. I got you. Yeah, all I do is put my apologies. I mean, it's also like. I know that's a lot, but when you're moving hand grips already, finding mind points, pulling up line, thing,
Using that, like, full term that it is.
Yep. Yeah, you're not trying to get away from it. You're trying to take the lunge money and make it.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Want to do something more fight so you can work on something?
Yeah. Okay.
I owe you a fight, so
All right.
From your standpoint, controlling the weapon.
yeah.
Good body.
When we, so our little FEMA group, we've done a little like food melee things, and it's mostly just ad lib, and it's very not as coordinated as you guys get. This is what you do. So what I've done when people have spears, it's just one of those. Okay, as soon as I have deflected that, I am going.
You weren't wrong. I just have a couple extras because I fight that weapon all the time.
Yeah.
I just turned it into a 3-point polearm with a long ass.
Yeah.
So
I mean that's.
If you didn't feel
the goal
good
was to
about
hit
it,
you.
it
The goal
wasn't
wasn't
good.
to put
Felt
your
good about it,
testicles
it
up your
was
butt. So I apologize for that. That was not the best
Doesn't
part
matter.
of
It's
my
pickups.
Nobody's gotten low on me today. There was one time where it got right here where the leather doesn't quite
That
get,
was like,
and I was like, oh, okay.
yay!
The big thing you want to do with
one
a
more.
shield when you hit spears, especially, once you get past the point, just keep pressure on the spear trap, because then you can feel what I'm doing.
Yeah, feel it. One of the things Meyer talked about in his rapier and longsword is fueling, having that bind.
Yep.
Yep.
It makes a huge difference, and then selling lies to people like they're trying to sell.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't have to say anything. You just have to give them a bad balance, but you're sitting in front of the camera. But nice try. No, it's over there. It's right behind you.
Yeah,
All
but
right, give me just a second, and then I'll be good.
I don't even think it's aimed at where they are at the moment.
You'll probably have to touch the screen because it'll probably win the screensaver. So a thing you should do is to go into long range, right? Don't hit him, but pretend like you're fighting him. So you're long range right here, right? This is a comfortable guard. Take one step forward. Now what should you do? When you take that step forward, what should you have done? Move your left hand up. Nope, wrong way. There you go. Like you're keeping the same guard, you're just moving that hand up.
Okay.
Right? Now go back where you were. There, you're long range, you take one step, you move your hand, you take a second step, you move your other hand, your back hand,
Okay.
and you step this way.
Okay.
But one step. Your right foot will go this way. Right? Because you want to go shield side. So you're basically The first one is adjusting your range to what's about to come. Because you're going to take a long range, long shot. There's so much to say. So, here, watch this. So, you're going to guard, right? I'm just going to throw a thing. So, if I want to throw a shot from out here, the weapon's here, right?
Yeah.
It has to traverse from here to here. How much is that? Like 9 feet?
Yeah.
From here? So, take 2 steps forward. That's maybe 2 feet, 3 feet of movement, right? But notice where his foot is, my foot is, now I'm shifting.
Yeah. Would it be better in that instance for me to go for his leg just from a height
So
standpoint?
you can sometimes, but the problem with going for a leg shot, right? So he's got a big shield. There's not a lot there.
Right.
So you could try to do a feint up high, where you kind of throw here and then here,
Okay.
but you still want to drift off this way.
Okay.
Because if you miss this,
Right.
he's coming forward,
Yeah.
right?
Where I don't want him to be.
But the other problem is, of course, if you miss it badly enough and he catches the block, boom, you're down here, your defense is low, he's one step away from killing.
Right.
So I'm not a huge fan of, at least with certain shields, like going for that too often,
Okay.
unless they're weight specific. Like if he's on his heels, like that's right. See how there's a difference there? This is weight on his back. He's back, but his guard is pretty good. But if he shifts forward, like his weight comes forward, that shot there might be there. Oh, this one has a big fat head on it. But you might be able to reach around the shield and hit that leg in the back. Now, if he goes weight back, he can still do that because his weight's back. He won't be able to move it. If he has a different shield, where he hold it differently, sometimes the back edge of this leg will be there. And if you do something to pull it across, then you can slap that leg as you step to the right. Because the difference is straight on shot, right?
Something in your hat?
Angle shot.
Just my
As you
hair
get
is
behind you, you get it pulled. So if the shield's a little bit in front, this will hit behind you. And those you can do from this way. Not that way. Because you're snapping them close. But when they decide, like this misses and he comes in, as you recover, it's this. Because then this one you can drop it here, cross, block, and then double. So here, this is half the city, all over the place.
Yeah.
And this is
You're not
slow
gonna
and awkward.
do anything.
Right. So you don't really want to be.
That makes sense.
Yep. It's a little tricky to get people used to moving their hands on movement.
Yeah.
So that's the easiest way I know to do it, is that every time you take a step or they take a step, your hands are
Like I know when I'm fighting the Duke Tom style, but I've never actually watched him teach the basics.
Yeah.
So both ways work. It's hard to do completely correctly. You're gonna probably make mistakes with it, and that's fine. Then just adjust. Like if he comes on top of you but he hasn't swung a stick yet, and you got a block, then shift it. And the other side of that coin too. Go back into the long grip real quick. Now choke up. Like move hands in. All right. See how you're opening your hands and closing them? Go back in long grip. Just top hand loose, but not open. No, don't move the wet hand at all. Just let the muscles relax. Backhand, pull it through. Right. When you get to the point where you want that hand to stop, tighten. Then release the other hand the same way and push.
That's cool.
And it doesn't make it obvious. If you open your hands like you're shifting, people read that. But if you just loosen them a bit, they can never tell what you're doing. And the other side of that too is you can do the same thing for thrusting. Like when you're ready to thrust at someone and they don't see your hand obviously open, they'll know it's not loose, so they can't tell. So you can have it be kind of loose and still thrust through it like full cue style. Versus if you're gripping hard and then you release it, they'll see that little bit of release of tension, they'll know it thrusting.
That makes sense.
When we've done stuff with spears, that's pretty much what I've done is hit the front hand basically just as a guiding rod and just going dunk. This is a lot more obvious than this.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it limits. Because there's another side to that coin too. You haven't done this, but you're a good demonstrator for him to see. Go just outside of range where you could hit him with a thrust. Like reach out where you could see, then go a little bit back of that. I don't want you to move your front hand at all. Like that hand is staying in that spot, right? But I want you to push through the thrust like you're going to go all the way through it. And even when it gets to the extension here, keep pushing that backhand. All right, go ahead and try it. Nope, you let go. Front hand doesn't move at all. Here, I'll do it. I'm not being, this is a me problem. All right, it's this. My hand's here like this, right? I can't reach here. Right? This hand hits here. Where can it go? When this hand keeps pushing. It can't go forward. That's as far forward as it goes. It goes up. Because it becomes a pivot, right? I don't mean to be doing this. That's the only place my arm and hand can go now. Because I'm holding it. So So you'll see people that do this kind of thrusting all the time, and if you get them out far enough, they'll do this.
And then they're gone.
Yeah, because this is a mess. And then you're opened up to so much.
So don't do that.
The rapiers are sharing their cake.
But that was more for
Yes.
him. Just because
I
that's why I said I wanted you to do a thing for him, not for
Yeah.
It's because he's being a good Uki for you. Being a good it's not really that. And this case, it's the unclear part. So, but if you move your hand around and stuff like that, right, you can get all over the place. Things get around. This is fast. Move everywhere. This is slow.
The other one that was great was Toba.
Just keep it short. You want to do swing?
Sure.
All right.
So each round, I got more restricted. We let you in with your weapons. Oh, got it. It's good before.
That's light on the head.
Okay, well, obviously that was a mistake, so now you're down to daggers. The last one, you could only fight with the props that were on the table. So we had made two signs on the front. So you could knuckle bump people and whatever
Do a feint. Everything you're throwing is a one tempo thing.
Good arm.
Yeah, you kill me.
You might have gotten the arm first.
You still have another arm. That's the problem with that.
What?
You still have another arm. That blow goes through.
The thrust was already on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thrust was.
The
I'm
most
getting
of
a
your
bigger
shots,
talking to.
you're pushing into the throwing a shot, throwing a shot, throwing a shot, throwing a shot kind of stuff. Try to do like move, deception. You know, you're not just doing one thing.
Okay.
You're kind of, if it's an opening where he leaves something and he's sitting still and you can just punch it, go for it. But if you're not 100% certain it's going to work, a lot of times adding deception into your movements will help. Also, your feet are pretty much planted. Work on moving around him, usually to shield side, safer. And if he turns, like if he plants his feet and follows you around, that tends to bring that shield hand open, which opens this hole.
Okay.
Also, right hand back against a left hand or right hand sword and shield is not.
I think center grips are more
Left
prone
hand
to
back
doing
is
that,
better,
pulling
but
the shield the direction
mostly
the
because
person's going.
the center's opening.
It makes sense. I know. I hate it, but I'm gonna try.
I feel you.
He doesn't
I'm
say
gonna try.
It's just so much easier to go with the hand that matches the weapon better.
It was light, but good placement.
Okay.
Yeah, you drifted. Gave you a better option. The other thing is that last 6 inches, you should really, I know it's a thrusting tip, but try to use as much of the length you can because you're stealing range from yourself.
Okay.
So.
Do one more?
Yeah. I'm erring on the side of caution. I don't know what is like a sufficient hit from that pole arm.
It's all good.
Because
it's
I'm calling
mechanical,
whatever
it's
I'm
the issue.
feeling.
You want me to hit you a bunch?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
This one's
Yeah.
this target
Can compress a lot.
When he comes to press the attack, instead of backing straight
that can
up,
happen with solid too.
this
like
time
they get beat up.
I want you
So
to go to me and do your hand.
Okay.
Like it hits you, but it's not.
When you
Okay.
go to block that shot,
That's
when you
light.
come around,
Effectively, it's your
move your whole shoulders and move
So I'm just gonna go for
and do the block this way.
Okay.
Right?
Notice how it rocked your head a little
Turn
bit.
that far.
And you're stiff. This will be a little
Turned all the way over here. You have to go all the way over here. You just have to go here. And it's this. No, not this.
But the general gist,
This,
I'm
this.
feeling like going. Yeah, that definitely hit me. And it moved
No.
your head some.
Look.
So there's some sound, there's some technical. Not the most
This.
pleasant, but it shouldn't hurt.
This.
Okay. But
Oh.
like,
Yep.
yeah, I don't like that so much. It'd be like someone walking on the spectrum.
You're going to need to turn your body.
So, and then anything harder than that is still good. But things that are like, wow, what the hell? Those you might still kill.
It's push pull.
Especially while
You
you're
don't just do the top.
body shots, generally speaking, you're not wearing a ton of
But
armor.
you got to get your hands all the way up.
I will just probably call my upper arm. Just because it was practicing with T-Bone when I was first
Yep.
doing some of this
So,
stuff. Well, and he hit down low on the cup kind of
This
light, and I
foot?
was like, I'm not even going to protest.
Nope. Cups are
look at my
tough.
hands, okay?
If anything touches
Comes
your
to
cup,
meet you.
Yeah. Because that just
Like this?
incentivizes the guy to go, okay.
correct. Which is why we have a rule. Anything touches your cup.
on your feet.
My dad has told me a few stories about a guy who would not call hits, and then he just went and tapped the cup twice, tapped it twice again.
Get your hand right up behind that head. And then get this
We've
hand
had
up
some
as
people
close as
try to
you
do,
can.
well, it's part of your body weight. And I'm like, no. I don't want to get zinged in the gilly because you didn't want to take a damn shot. So we ended up adding a human rule to make that not good on the head. Yep. So, but yeah, generally speaking, helmet, usually you'll feel something, your head might move a little bit, you're going to notice it. If it just tings, but nothing weird anywhere, then it probably was straight off. Okay. And if you ask your opponent, and they'll usually, like 99 times, yeah, that could be. You don't always know. Like, they know a lot of things, and you move just enough there. So they may not
I can
know
see your head, your body at the time was leaning.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's going that way. So I just put it ahead of you.
Other hands. Other hands. There you go.
Yeah, goodbye. Right.
Thought that was light on the head as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice shoulder.
Lance off the side.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, two things. You're not moving your left hand. That should be closer to your right hand.
It's so fucking with me.
Yep.
I hate it.
It sucks a lot.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna learn it, but I hate it right now.
So you get up to here, like, here, keep that grip right here, right? I'll call that turn right here. How far do you have to go to block? Bring your bottom hand up.
Not that far.
And easy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second thing is, have you heard the concept of, position over submission? So it's just, like if you're gonna go through an arm bar, you kind of want to scope the arm bar until you're in the right spot. So if the sword and shield guy is here, and they start to throw, even if you can see the opening, you're doing on whether you're gonna kill them in time, and you're
Doing a good job too. A lot of your stuff is like
so you're better than
taking it and rolling with it instead of like repeating it. You're actually doing a job of like letting your strength go through.
So what you're gonna do is give her sit down like basically you just start getting anyhow. Basically it's right? So if I'm throwing something this way and that means and you're throwing it this way, you're unlikely to block, right? But if I throw something here, I also want to fight you. Like right? No, it gets caught. Now what happens here, until you stepped off to the side, you're shielded, right? I go here, you block it, then you roll to but you rolled away. In. You don't fall away, go in. Because your weight needs to come forward to hit them. Like this weapon can still kind of hit, but if you go around someone and
Getting there.
this hit,
Do you not bring your longer sword, or you just choose that one?
I'm just using that one. The longer one is in the vehicle.
So you've been using the longer one all day, haven't you?
Foot pivots.
He's used a 7.5 footer.
Oh, okay.
That was the pole arm with the spike. That's what I've been using for war. Just because I'm not a fan of the heat that spears get, and it allows me to kind of sit back a little bit and kind of like fill and help gaps better instead of focusing on killing.
Yeah.
And then people are less likely to be like, spear!
Well, that's really the thing with melee. It's just like, even as a shield, right? My focus isn't on killing, my focus is on controlling my space. Because my threat is the space I control. And more I position my space in a so like when I say I get aggressive, I don't necessarily get aggressive with throwing shots. I get aggressive with positioning in my space. So like if I'm in a line and there are a bunch of spears and pole arms and whacking at us, like, well, I'm not going to stand there. I'm going to get aggressive with my space. I'm going to threaten your space because you don't like me coming into your space.
Right.
And of course, your immediate reaction is going to be boom, boom, boom. I'm going to draw a lot of attention. So really, I'm trying to stay alive.
Yeah, you're drawing their attention.
Because my threat is the space. I am a threat because if you don't account for me, then I can unleash blows. And I'm going to kill a bunch of people.
So you take blows where they're open, but otherwise you're mostly...
But I'm trying to draw their attention with my space and threat to give other people opportunity to create threat. I'd say spears are about the only ones that are just basically just kill.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like you said, with pole arms, there's more to think about than
Well, I
just.
mean, my dad had one out of aluminum back in the day, but he sold it when he got done with the SCA. So I will throw pure one when money.
Madison. One of the nights there, Reese makes and sells custom aluminum shields. Not the cheapest, but they basically never go back.
Yeah.
To buy one and be done. So you get exactly the type you want, the way you want. From your standpoint, you're pushing up on that shield. You want to make it
Muscle twitches. My shoulder blade is twitching.
especially if you put that shield up on
Your shoulder blade is twitching? Hopefully that's just,
It's just the receptor is connected to the tissue through stuff. So it's just twitching. I'm okay.
Feels weird as fuck.
I do.
and then they'll go. And then a lot of people use this kind of thing.
Oh.
Which is, again, why that hand back matters against righties.
Hate it.
Against lefties, it's the opposite. Right hand back is better.
Like I want to get my marshallet so I can run practice in Haven.
Well, so my fight
At least get us occasionally have a practice.
my
Yeah, you guys have a hard time finding a space, yeah? Like in cold season.
Yeah, especially in cold season.
It's just less
But
it slows
Can you not do parks? Do they make you pay for parks and stuff up there?
for parks, no.
So you can just go unless you like want to have the shelter or whatever, then you probably have to reserve
But if it's
shit.
raining or if it's wet, but there's always something. We don't have the people, and I haven't been able to dedicate. Even when I was pushing, I couldn't dedicate time to the local practice. I was all over the place.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to build at least a little something up there, so we're not just. Because right now, if you want to practice from Windhaven, you got to come to Milwaukee. You got to go to Madison.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way you're going to get practice. That's what I was doing. I was going to Milwaukee practice all the time
Yeah.
because it just fit my schedule.
Isn't it basically a straighter shot? Because you don't have to dogleg through county roads. You can just kind of go straight down.
Yeah, but
Depending on where you're starting from. but-
I don't mind going to Madison. It's easy. The same drive. In fact, Madison's easier because I don't have to deal with Milwaukee traffic.
Yeah.
The issue is just the days. I can't go on Wednesdays. I have my kids. And